the home on Hiawatha Avenue. Two of them were deceased after this event. Mr. Smith's been charged with their deaths. Mr. Hall was the fourth person in that kitchen. So it is feasible that he could have been involved and he possibly could be charged with additional charges. So if he wants to take the fifth, it appears to be an appropriate circumstance to do so. So let's call Mr. Hall in and see what his intentions are. Since he was present at the scene of the crimes at the time they were committed, there's always some potential liability there. So does anybody have any objection that they can offer on record? Mr. DeRosa?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Myers?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then I'm going to permit Mr. Hall to assert the Fifth Amendment in this case. The motion to call him as a state's witness will be denied by the court. He's not available for any purpose. There's nothing further. We'll go ahead and discharge Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall to the place from which he
was. They were told that they were going to attempt an apprehension of a suspect in a double homicide, and that was a perimeter guard location.
And who was that person?
Edward Smith.
Did you have any direct contact with Mr. Smith?
Yes, I did.
Where?
After he was placed in custody, he was placed in the back of my patrol car. I eventually transported him to the city jail.
And once you transported him to the city jail, what did you do?
Once we were at the city jail, I took a gunshot residue from his hand. It's a kit that we use to swab people's hands that are suspected of firing a gun.
And hand you what's marked as State's Exhibit 54 and ask if you recognize it.
Yes, I did.
What is that?
That is the Searchy scanning electron microscopy kit that I used to perform the test.
We have some evidence gloves right there if you don't mind.
The whole package open?
No, just that part. And that's the kit?
Yes, it is.
When you took the gunshot residue test, how did you do that?
Each vial in here is for a different part of the hand. 2 vials for the left hand, 2 vials for the right hand. There's a piece of metal inside the sealed cap area. Recap it, place it back in the kit. You take the palm one, do the same thing. You press down, you swab the palm and the bottoms of the fingers, and you repeat each step on the left hand.
And is that the procedure you followed with Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Is there also a form?
There's a form inside the kit that comes out that wants to, you fill out with information as to the suspect and who's being swabbed and certain questions to ask.
Show you State's Exhibit 5 and ask if you recognize it.
Yes, I do.
What is that?
That is the form that comes with the kit.
Is that the T-shirt you collected that day?
Yes, it is.
Officer, I should have told you this before you sat down. The press has asked.
Nothing that you personally observed, it's just information provided to you from the person from whom you're collecting the sample.
With the exception of the time and date, yes. Make sure that there were phone calls there.
And there were phone calls there?
Yes, ma'am.
And once they got your username and password, what could they do?
They can go back
and listen to any phone calls made from any one of those phones. There's 3 of them that are in those cell blocks, and they can listen to every phone call.
Listening to the phone calls, do you have the ability to then preserve them somehow?
Well, they're preserved by Securus, but then we can also, from that website, record them. It's through an email version. We request that particular call. It's sent to us through an email, and you record it to a CD or a jump drive.
Okay. Were any particular requests made to you, or did the detective just ask for access to all of them?
Initially, I started to make some recordings, but not being involved in the investigation, was uncertain what they wanted.
Okay. You mind if I call you Trayvon? Okay. Trayvon, where are you staying right now?
Ashtabula County Jail,
And why are you in jail?
drug trafficking.
Prior to going to jail, were you working anywhere?
Yeah,
Where were you working?
MFG,
How long did you work at MFG?
a month,
What did you do there?
assembly line.
Now, aside from the drug trafficking, I'm going to ask you this one. Aside from the drug trafficking you're in jail for now, you have another prior felony conviction?
Drug trafficking.
Okay. Do you know Edward Smith?
Yeah,
And what do you know him as?
Booman.
Did you know Elliot Dowdell?
No.
Did you know the Dondre Rainey?
Yeah,
How did you know Mr. Rainey?
occasion run-ins. I mean, I ain't know him good.
Okay. You knew him from around town?
Yeah,
Did Booman be there sometimes when you were there?
yeah,
How long have you known Booman?
since I was young.
Did you and he grow up together?
Yeah,
What sort of, have you pretty much stayed in contact over the years?
yeah,
Do you remember hearing Booman talk about Elliot Dowdell
yeah, sometimes.
sometimes? Specifically about some dope he had purchased?
Yeah,
What did he say?
that he had got a bad pack.
Was that it?
Yeah,
Did he say anything about talking to Mr. Dowdell about it? He being Booman.
I really don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember when it was he said he got the bad pack?
No, I got there like early during the day.
Was the defendant already there when you got there?
Yeah,
Remember what he was wearing?
not exactly.
Did the two of you hang out together?
I mean, we was in the same house. We wasn't hanging out together.
Okay. What part of the house were you in?
My girlfriend's room,
And where is that in the house?
upstairs.
Can you describe this house a little bit? It's 2 stories.
Yeah,
How many bedrooms?
4 or 3.
Okay. What about the downstairs?
Living room, dining room, kitchen.
Did you see what they were doing?
They had brought him a gun or something.
They had brought him a gun?
Yeah,
How do you know that?
because they was at the table with a gun.
Do you know what kind of gun?
No,
What color gun?
want to say silver or something.
Okay. you see Booman with any other guns that day?
No.
After you saw that, what did you do?
Went back upstairs.
Did you see Booman again that day?
Occasionally through the house.
Did he ever come upstairs?
Yeah.
Did he have anything with him when he came upstairs?
Yeah, I had a gun.
Tell me about that.
He was yelling my name in panic.
You had pulled out a gun too?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened?
We had put him down. My girlfriend had put her hand on my gun.
You move it down?
Yeah.
What kind of gun did he have that time?
I mean, I don't really know. I didn't read what type of gun it was.
Was it a different gun than the one you saw in the dining room?
No.
Okay. Did he have anything on?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember seeing him with a white t-shirt?
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing him with anything else other than a white t-shirt?
A hoodie.
Okay. What color hoodie?
I want to say like a dark blue.
Okay. Dark.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Were you awake when he left the house?
No. That's just what I got out the situation when he was running up the stairs yelling my name.
What made you get that out of the situation?
Because he was running.
Okay. What was he saying?
Trap. Just kept yelling my name.
And that's your nickname?
Yeah.
Did anything else happen between you and he that day?
No.
Okay. Did there come a time when you fell asleep?
Yeah.
Was he still at the house when you fell asleep, or had he already left?
He was gone.
Okay. Was your gun still in the house?
No.
Your gun was gone?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember about what time it was you fell asleep?
I say like 5 or 6.
In the evening?
Yeah. Something like that.
What woke you up?
My phone kept ringing.
And what was your phone number?
I don't remember at the time.
It's changed?
Yeah.
Okay. When you say it kept ringing, what do you mean?
Just people kept calling me, blowing up my phone until I woke up.
Different people or one person?
Different people.
Was one of those people ever Edward Smith?
No, he called me when I was woke.
Okay. About what time did Booman call you?
Later on that night, I don't know exactly, later on that night sometime.
Okay. What do you mean he got?
I mean, he beat him up, killed him, whatever he was wanted to do to whoever he was looking for.
Looking for?
Nah.
Is that the only time?
You had a gun, right?
Yeah.
Common in the drug world.
Yeah.
You had a gun, right?
Yeah.
Marty had guns.
No.
You don't think Marty had guns?
Mm-mm.
How about Tone?
I don't know.
You know Ramey was dealing Molly here in town?
Who?
The Dondre Ramey?
No, I don't know that.
You know where he's from?
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Painful.
Now you said you were having some kind of trouble with Booman, some sort of tension in your relationship.
Yeah.
That gun you had, the .45, you remember telling these guys that it had white handles, a white grip?
I'm not sure what it had. I had so many different guns.
Now, you knew that Booman knew Marty and girlfriend Shaquella Montgomery, right?
Yeah.
Do you know both of those people, Marty and Shaquella?
Yeah.
They were kind of living together at that period of time, right?
Yeah.
Shaquella had known Booman too, right?
Yeah.
Been his girlfriend for a while.
Yeah.
You remember telling these guys when you talked to them that Shaquella didn't want Booman over to the house?
Yeah.
So there was something going on there that he was not welcome over to Marty's house?
Yeah.
You remember telling these guys how it was not uncommon, frankly, for Booman to have a gun. He wasn't walking around without a gun because people were out of it. Not people. Well, do you remember talking to them about whether Booman was carrying a gun?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why he was carrying a gun?
Yeah.
No.
You know anything about whether people were after him around this point in time?
People was after all of us.
So all of you had guns?
Me and Booman.
You remember police coming over to Courtney's house the night after these shootings happened?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't tell them any of this business you're testifying to here today, did you?
I'm not sure.
And it's your testimony that when you first talked to the police about these shootings over at Marty's house, you did not say you wanted a deal for the charges pending against you. Is that your testimony today?
I mean, I might have, but I don't remember.
So I suppose if Lieutenant Sleddy were to testify, that's exactly what you said. Would you agree or disagree with that kind of testimony?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You had a formal proffer letter from the prosecutor. Remember that?
Yeah.
And what was the purpose of that big old meeting? You ever sat down with a prosecutor before like that?
No.
You sat down, you've been interrogated or questioned by police officers and detectives in your life, have you not?
Yeah.
You ever have a meeting with the county prosecutor and your lawyer and the detective? And I'm not asking what your lawyer told you. You were talking to this prosecutor, right?
Yeah.
And you were talking to Lieutenant Saletti, right?
Yeah.
And was McBride at that meeting?
I'm not sure.
Well, why did you think you were having that little sit down?
I don't know.
One moment.
Prosecutors Steve Cooper, defendant Edward A. Smith is present and accompanied by his attorneys Gregory Myers and Roy. So we're still in the state's presentation of evidence, and you may recall the jury.
Please rise for the jury. Yes, this is a copy of my report dated December 11th, 2013 for items 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 through 17. It is also a copy of my CD.
If you would take a look at State's 50 and tell me if you recognize it when you're ready.
Yes, this is BCI item number 1 regarding this case, BCI case number 13-311817.
What is it?
This item 1 is a magazine and live rounds.
And what analysis, if any, did you perform?
Your Honor, may I refer to my notes, please? May I refer to my notes?
Yes.
Thank you. For this item, I collected 1 swab of the magazine and 1 swab of the 2 live rounds that are within the item. We have sterile swabs that I place a solution onto and swab the entire surface. For the magazine, I swab the entire surface, and the 2 live rounds, I swab those together with 1 swab.
If you would, open that box. Or hold it up, and if you would point out to the jury where you took your swab.
Yes, the first swab was just the trigger, and the second swab was the trigger guard, the grip, and this portion of the slide. Item 46 is BCI's item number 11, and this consisted of a glove. It also consisted of toilet paper. Yes, this is BCI item number 16, and this is a shirt. Yes, this is BCI item number 15, and it is a bulletproof vest. And then I did collect a swab of the interior and exterior neck area of the vest. Yes, this is BCI item number 17, and it is a magazine. This is BCI item number 14, a shirt from Edward A. Smith.
And what, if anything, did you observe about that shirt?
My findings for the shirt are presumptive positive for blood. I collected 2 separate stains that were presumptive positive for blood and sent those forward for DNA analysis. This is BCI item number 21, which is clothing from Elliot Dowdell, which contained a jacket and jeans with a belt.